Cemetery in Swedesboro. I'm Mr. Ben for the GCLS Library, and we're going to take a little tour of the cemetery. Now, the cemetery is very old. It was established in 1703, and this church, Trinity Episcipal Church, was built in 1784, and it was the construction was presided over by the Reverend Nicholas Colleen. He was the last Swedish rector of what was then the Lutheran Church. Now, it was said that he inspected every brick that went into the building of this church. That's a lot of bricks. So, we're going to take a walk over here, and I just want to show you a few of the people, famous people who are buried here in Swedesboro Cemetery. They believe that Eric Malka is buried here, the famous Swedish explorer. Actually, I think he was Finnish. Either way, he may be buried here, maybe not, but he lived here for a time. He was the guy who discovered the Mullica River, which borders Cumberland and Atlantic County. And his sons, they founded Mullica Hill, New Jersey. So they think he's buried here. And I guess they are certain enough to put a plaque here. So if you follow me, I'm going to show you the oldest marked grave in the cemetery. This is the grave of Jonas Jones. He was born in, well, not sure when he was born, but he died in 1721. That's almost 300 years ago. And there are probably other graves who are much older, but they're unmarked. But this one is the oldest one that's marked. Jonas Jones, who died in 1721. Wasn't always here. It was moved from the Grants Fruit Plantation, which was on the Raccoon Creek. It's here now, taken care of by the Gloucester County Historical Society. And as I said, it's an example of early Swedish-Finnish architecture. It dates back, the structure dates back to the 1600s. Now, of course, it's a small, it might have been an outbuilding on a plantation, but it also could have been used as someone's home, kind of like a starter home, until they built a bigger house. But there are many people, like the time of the Revolution, Finnish and Swedish people who lived in small houses like this. Now, of course, if it's hot in the summertime, you could knock out the chinks between the logs and have your air conditioning, and then you could fill it back up during the winter. But yeah, that's so who needs air conditioning? Just knock the chinks out. If you want to follow me, I'll show you where the old church was, the original log church. This is the site of this original log building. The church was built here in 1703, and this is where Nicholas Colleen presided over his congregation. He had English and Swedish congregation, but two different services, but the English was overtaking the Swedish, and he lamented the fact that the people were forgetting their native tongue, and they weren't teaching it to their children. This was, of course, before this the church here was built in 1784, completed in 1786. One morning, on Easter morning, April of 1778, the Reverend Colleen woke up to terrible cries, and he went outside to see what the commotion was about. And here the Patriot militia had captured a loyalist and tied him to a pine tree, and they were vigorously whipping him. He would lose conscience, he'd come to, and they would keep beating him with the whip. Eventually the man died a couple days later, and that was an example of Patriot justice, and also an example of the bitterness between the Patriots and the Loyalists, also known as the Tories, in this area. I'm going to walk over here. Follow me. This is the grave of the Colonel Robert Brown, who lived in Swedesboro, and his wife Rachel. Brown was born in Ireland, came to America, and he settled in Swedesboro, and he was a successful merchant. He had a store, he was a money lender, he owned a wharf, he owned even an island in the Raccoon Creek. In fact, he owned so much property in Swedesboro that an historian, Jack Adams, the late Jack Adams, once said that instead of calling the town Swedesboro, they should have named it Brownstown. But Colonel Brown, he was in command of the local militia during the Revolution, and the Patriots were camped here, and the Loyalists, who were in Paulsboro, which was Fort Billings, in 1778, they came through Swedesboro in March, and they paid Colonel Brown a visit. Now, Brown was away with the militia, but his wife and his daughters were home, and they were turned out, it was said, naked, but I think that just meant without their outer clothing in March, and it was cold, and because it was a brick building, they didn't burn it, they couldn't burn it, but they took all of Brown's possessions, piled them in the street, those are the things they didn't take with them, and they set them on fire. Brown is buried here with his wife, as I said, and his daughter Martha. Now, Martha was just 1.5 years old when she was scalded to death, his oldest daughter, sadly. Colonel Brown was well respected and a patriot, as I said, very prominent businessman here in town. Now I'm going to take you to one more cemetery, grave that is in the cemetery. Under this tree lies the remains of one Colonel Bodo Otto. He's also Dr. Bodo Otto, Jr., that is. His father was also a physician who served Washington at Valley Forge. Now, the story with Bodo Otto, he had a house in Mickleton, and you can go there and see the house today. The Loyalist, one of the vengeful Tories, had burned his house while Bodo Otto Jr. was away, burned the house. The family and neighbors were able to put it out, and they rebuilt on the foundations. Now, as I said, Bodo Otto was a physician, and he served with his father at a place called Yellow Springs, which was in Pennsylvania, a hospital near Valley Forge. He also served in the local militia, and it was said he was riding all night through a thunderstorm, and he got wet and it was cold, and he got sick. At least that's what the family, the local legend says. He was actually writing to make sure that the man who was responsible for burning his home was pardoned, so he wouldn't be hung. And what happened was Colonel Bodo Otto Jr. Got consumption, what they called consumption back then, or tuberculosis. Now, he probably didn't get that from riding through a thunderstorm all night. He probably got it from treating sick soldiers in hospital. So he died at the age of 33, and it was said that his father came to the funeral that was conducted by the Reverend Nicholas Colleen, and it said Bodo Otto Sr. wept bitterly over his son. So that's all that I'm here have time for to show you. Next time on a cemetery tour, I'll take you to the new Trinity Church Cemetery, which was established in 1825. So until then, it's been my pleasure. Bye.